All right, so today we're taking a deep dive, a really deep dive,
Yeah.
into something, well, pretty disturbing.
Uh-huh.
It's this whole thing going on in Birmingham
Okay.
with youth gangs and violence, and I mean, we've got all this stuff, police reports, interviews
Really?
with community leaders, even some of these like social media posts, you know, and
Uh,
it's not a pretty picture.
So, so what are we talking about? Like, how bad is
Well,
it?
that's the thing, right? It's not just bad, it's like
Yeah.
it's bold, like brazen, you know.
What do you mean?
These attacks, they're happening at funerals.
Oh, wow.
Funerals. And they're making their own guns, like homemade firearms.
No kid.
It's nuts. And the violence, it's escalating
Over what time period are we talking about here?
like recent months, you know. And
Okay.
it's not just like teenagers.
Right.
We're talking some of these reports, they talk about kids as young as 10.
10 years old.
10 years old. Can you imagine that?
That's unbelievable. I mean, they're still learning.
I know. Like multiplication table.
Brr. Not gang territory. That's insane.
I know. It's like, what are we doing? It makes you think about all the things that are going wrong, you know, for a kid that young to get caught up in that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a whole system failure, isn't it?
Totally. Like, where are the parents? Where's the support?
And what are these gangs offering, to entice kids like that?
Well, that's where it gets even crazier, right?
Okay.
These gangs, they're using social media.
Right, but everyone uses social media.
Yeah, but not like this. They're using it to recruit, like it's a tool.
Seriously.
Seriously.
Mm.
Like TikTok, Instagram, they're all over it.
Mm.
And they're not just, posting about violence. They're
Okay.
making it look cool, like it's this lifestyle.
Wealth and power and all that.
Exactly, like respect, belonging, all the things.
Which, of course, is appealing to,
Anyone, but especially kids who are like
who are feeling lost.
lost, yeah, or without direction.
Or they're looking for something.
Exactly, they're looking for something.
It's almost like a marketing campaign.
Yes, a marketing campaign aimed right at the most vulnerable kids.
Wow. That's pretty insidious.
It is insidious, and they're getting good at it. They use all this
Yeah.
coded language, imagery. They're always
Trying to get around those content filters.
all the time.
Yeah.
So like how are parents even supposed to keep up?
It's tough. It's really tough. Educators, too.
Right, like it's everyone's problem.
Absolutely.
So where do we even start?
I mean, the first line of defense has to be the family.
Okay, the family.
The family, yeah. Open communication,
Right, like just talk to your kids,
Exactly, about the dangers.
but not just lecture them.
No. Got to build that trust. Got to have a real conversation.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Like, really understand what's going on with them.
Right. But what about the kids whose families aren't doing that or can't do that,
Right. Well, that's where, the community comes in.
The communities.
Now,
Okay.
community organizations, they can be huge.
Like what kind of organization?
Like your YMCAs, your Boys and Girls Clubs.
Right.
The ones in Central Alabama, they're doing some amazing work.
What are they doing specifically?
Well, they're providing safe spaces.
Safe spaces.
Yeah, and mentorship, positive role models.
Right, because a lot of these kids, they just don't have that.
They don't have it, so they look for it in the wrong places.
Exactly. And these organizations, they can fill that gap.
They can step in. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got families, we've got community organizations.
Mm-hmm.
What about schools? They got to play a role too, right?
Schools are huge. They're on the front lines,
So what are they doing? What should they be doing?
Well, they need to be identifying these at-risk kids.
Okay, identify them.
Yeah, and then supporting them
How do they support them?
with early intervention programs, counseling,
Right.
conflict resolution, all that stuff.
And what about mentorship? I've heard a lot about that.
Oh, mentorship is so powerful. It's all about connecting
Yeah.
these kids with adults, positive role models.
People who've been there, who get it.
Who get it, yeah, and can show them a different path.
A different way.
A different way, exactly, and help them believe in themselves.
Oh, that's so important, that belief.
It is. It's like planting a seed, right?
A seed of hope.
A seed of hope. I love that. So it's not just programs, right?
No, it's the whole environment.
The environment. Yeah.
The school needs to be safe. It needs
Uh-huh.
to be inclusive.
So everyone feels valued.
Everyone feels valued. Exactly. That makes a difference.
That's huge. Okay, so we've got families, communities, schools.
Right.
What about the police? They're involved too, right?
Of course, but it's not just about arresting people.
Right. So what's it about?
It's about community policing.
Community policing, okay. Building relationships with people,
Oh.
preventing crime before it happens.
So being proactive, being out there.
Yeah, being proactive, understanding the problems.
Right, because just reacting, that's not enough.
No, gotta get ahead of it.
I see what you mean.
And you gotta address the root causes,
The root causes, like what?
Poverty, lack of opportunity, trauma, all of that.
Yeah, yeah, those are all contributing factors.
Big time. And that's where you need social programs.
Social programs, right?
Job training, mental health services, the whole 9 yards.
So it's a big, complex problem.
It is. A lot of pieces.
It's not just one thing.
No, it's going to take all of us, all hands on deck.
Everyone working together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Law enforcement, community groups, schools, families.
Residents, everywhere.
Everyone. Yeah, we all have a role to play.
Wow. Well, you've given us a lot to think about.
Yeah, definitely a lot to unpack there.
I have to say, the thing that really gets to me, the thing I keep thinking about, is just how young these kids are.
Oh, absolutely.
Like 10 years old. It breaks my heart.
It's heartbreaking.
What about you? What really struck you?
I think for me, it's the urgency. Like, this isn't just some statistic.
Right.
This is happening right now in our city to real people.
It's affecting families, futures.
Everything.
Everything. Yeah, it's a crisis.
So where do we go from here? Like, what can our listeners do?
We got to move beyond just knowing about it,
Okay, beyond awareness?
Beyond awareness, yeah, we got to take action.
What kind of action?
Anything you can do to make your community safer.
Okay, safer for kids.
For kids, yeah. Volunteer at a youth center, mentor a child.
Donate to an organization. Those are all good ideas.
Talk to your friends and family about it. Get people thinking.
Right, get the conversation going.
Yeah, even small things can make a difference.
I agree. Every little bit helps.
It does. It's about reclaiming our communities,
Showing these kids there's another way.
Exactly. A better way, a brighter future.
A future worth fighting for.
And we can all be a part of that.
We can. We have to.
We have to. That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
Thanks for breaking it all down for us.
Sure, anytime.
It's a tough topic, but it's a necessary one.
It is absolutely necessary.
You got to keep talking about it, keep working on it.
We can't let this go.
We can't, and we won't.
And we won't.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be back soon with another one. Until then, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay hopeful.
Stay hopeful.
We can make a difference together.
We can make